Dear listeners, good morning and welcome to Comme d'Archi, the podcast that opens the doors to the fascinating world of architecture. For newcomers, let me introduce myself. I'm the spokesperson of Anne-Charlotte Despons, PhD in History of Architecture, published author, head of a communication and development agency based in Paris, France, dedicated to architecture. Let's meet every week to discuss culture and architecture with specialists and learn how to look at projects through a context and diversity lens. Thank you for being with me today, and now it's time for talent.
Bienvenue dans Comme d'Archi.
Hello everybody. Hello Didier, Quentin and Didier Lefort. Thank you for being here today. You are architects and interior designers. Didier, you are the founder of the office DL2A. Your children, Quentin and India, are working with you today. In few sentences, could you describe your office? And after, you will talk to us about two projects. First, the Sunday prayer on the island São Tomé et Príncipe. Then, a big project in Morocco.
Okay, I am, indeed, the founder of DL2A, which is now about 40 years old. I have the chance to get my two children with me, there's Quentin, my son, and India, my daughter. And we are interior designer and architectural practice. And all the company is split into two things, like architecture and interior design. And everybody is working, interior designer work with architecture as well, architect work with interior design. So our projects are in the whole world, I would say in 21 countries, in 5 continents. And of course, since I am working now since more than 45 years, we did numerous projects. We realized more than 300 projects. And with all kind of, type of building. Our main core, of course, is in hospitality. 60% of our work now is in hotel business, with the most well-known company of the world, and also some private.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's talk about the Sunday prayer.
Yes, among all the projects that we did, one of the projects in hospitality that we like particularly because it's not by its size, it's mainly by its content and the philosophy of it. We have asked by a South African client to work on the project of sustainability into an island, which is Príncipe Island in the Guinea Gulf in West Africa. This island is nearly virgin. There is a tropical forest with beautiful small island. There are only 7,000 people living there with very little infrastructure, nearly just a little hospital, few schools. And my client, due to my experience with the Aga Khan Foundation, asked me to work with him to treat about all matters of sustainability into the island. So this goes from the rehabilitation of the forest, the agriculture, the infrastructure, the preservation of turtle, and we also work on the purification of the water. And the final thing, which is directly with us, but also it's about tourism, because we know that in this kind of island, the main thing is to develop tourism, to give jobs to the people. So we had the chance to first start by rehabilitate an old I would say guest house, which is about for 40 rooms on a beautiful beach. And we start by this. Then we rehabilitate an old farm, which was a Portuguese farm, because this island was in the past a Portuguese colony, which was working on cacao. And this farm was totally abandoned in 40 years with trees growing into the building in very bad condition. And we rehabilitated part of the farms to make a hotel, that's been a guest house. And then on a beautiful beach, which is down that guest house, we had a new project of Sundi Praia. Sundi Praia is in fact a hotel which is the subject was to protect as much as possible the site and to rehabilitate it. So we decided to build it's a 25 keys only hotel. It's a luxury hotel, 5-star deluxe. Each room is minimum 75 square meters, which is quite a large thing. But we decided to build that hotel with in tents. This means something which could be easily removed. And in terms also of foundations, we decided to use a new system which was developed by German, which is to have screws that you screw into the land directly, and you create a platform, and on that platform, which is in timber, you build your tent. And then we did also a restaurant in bamboo, so it's 100% bamboo. And due to that project has been recognized by UNESCO through a famous award which is called the Versailles Awards. And we have got the world awards on this project. Of course, this project has got a lot of success immediately. Unfortunately, due to COVID, everything has been stopped.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about your project in Morocco?
Yes, we have different, as you can see through our experience, we have totally different projects. We are working quite a lot in Morocco, and we did already several projects. But nowadays we have two major projects under construction. One is an office tower in Casablanca, which has got already the green label, because it's difficult now to have a tower which has got this. And we do also a big avenue in Marrakech, which is 500 meters long, 160,000 square meters. And in this, it is a private avenue which is open to public. That means it's on a private land, but it will link two main avenues in Marrakech, and it will be open to traffic even. But we decided, of course, we had not to work within the constraint of urban rules for normal avenue, to have a pavement, to have all the big luminaire, and so we decided to create an avenue which is a garden. So it's a garden avenue in which there is a big program, because we have more than 180 apartments. We have a hotel run by the famous Ronaldo. We have a cultural center which is going to display all Morocco through digital play. We have more than 120 shops. We have a little university. So it's a very big project, and which is going to be completed in a few months. But it's a 9 years project, so it's quite a long thing. But we think it's going to be one of the major avenues, maybe the most well-known avenue in Marrakech. Soon.
Bravo. So you know a lot of culture with your experience. Could you tell us something else about?
This is one of the fantastic things of our profession, that when you have the chance to have a project abroad, you are, of course, in contact with different culture. And it was a time where I was going around the world 4 times a year, starting always from West, going through Los Angeles, Tahiti, after Sydney, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, India, Pakistan, and then reaching France after 5 weeks. So it was a lot of culture different, a lot of different climates. It was incredible because when I was doing my luggage, it was difficult to know what I should bring because when you are in Tahiti on one side and in Himalaya 3,000 meters high on the other side, it's not the same climate. So,
And about your inspiration, it's...
Our inspiration is always linked to some analysis. So we don't start a project without doing a complete analysis of the location, of the climate, of all what I was saying before. It's about all the construction factors, the materials, all the geography. We have all these factors, which is the beginning of our study. And then, of course, there is the subject by itself. And then we try to be, this is what I mean, the very methodology side of our things. But after we start to think about art. And then we mixed the two because a project could not be only artistic. It should also be run, should be efficient. And your client should be happy with it because it should work totally and be pretty as well.
So, you work in family. A last word about that?
One more word on this subject is that when I did the company, I was alone. And this is the old way of doing a company. Now the new way to be in team. So due to my children, Quentin in India, this enlarged the team. But now also in the company, we have other partners who are very good, who are nearly part of the family. And the team is also expanding. And I hope, it's my wish that when I will not be there anymore, maybe still there, they will run the company more at the group size with other partners or other collaborators. And it will be family, but enlarged to a larger group. And not anymore on one person, which is a bit heavy because it was okay at that time. But now I think we have to think about the future. And the future, if you want to resist to the pressure of all the constraints and everything, it's very important that a company has a certain size, a certain strength, and doesn't rely only on one person, but on several persons. And Quentin in India will be part of it, and maybe the main core of it, but other collaborators also will be part of it.
Okay. Thank you very much. And good luck for the future on your new project.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
And see you next Wednesday for our new Comme d'Archi in English. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to tune in to our previous content on Instagram at Comme d'Archi Podcast. If you like it, make sure to promote the podcast by giving it 5 stars on Apple Podcast and adding a comment, or on any of your favorite podcast platforms. And don't forget to subscribe and listen to all of our episodes for free. See you soon, and until then, take care of yourself.